In this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They're going play action. Complete out to the right side. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Jalen Smith getting there to make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Back to the well again. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Cut on the left sideline. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
From the red zone now. Throws caught. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hand off to the back. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Titans finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. There's the hurry up here.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 28-yard line.
Look the hot.
Stroud off of play action. Sheds up a rusher. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
It's now
It's exactly what you want to see from your defense. First time they take the field, already have a lead, but they don't rest on their laurels. Instead, they just keep on attacking. They're keeping the pedal down to hammer home that advantage.
Not an enviable spot as they come up, 3rd and long.
3rd
and long for him here. Taking a deep shot here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Kick is away and really up there trying to pin them deep. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Jump off, caught by his back. Man, he's not going to get anything out of this. The defense all over it, and they're going to take him out for a loss of 2.
He's forced out of bounds.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Give him 25 on that play. And the Titans have it 1st.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Titans.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Shut down after a gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will add to their score.
Well, how about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point, and 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go. On 18.
Running left with Bigsby. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They run it again with Bigsby. Well, a lot of effort there, partners, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
And the Texans.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way
at the
He's telling that running back,
46-yard line.
sorry, we did not give you any chance.
From the gun, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they will face a third down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it, so he reaches the 43.
A gain of 10.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Here we go.
They give up the gun to Bigsby. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 2. And the Texans first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
Tackle made at the
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To the air, Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Complete to number 8.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and it'll be first down Houston. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Texans first down.
First down throw by Stroud. Pass and caught, 9-yard line. He's out of bounds to set up first and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down.
All right.
Running it after the penalty. A nice little run there, gets him 5. Second down upcoming. Offense up to the line fast.
33-yard line. Brings up second down.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw secured by Jaden Higgins. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19
I think my favorite
yards.
part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. All is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. First and 10.
Let's go. Saturday Lion.
Now come out throwing. Dumped off to his running back. It's a small gain up to the 38. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down to almost... Nope. Actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Titans first down.
Looking back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. The give now out of the shotgun. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
19, 18, Cowboy 80. Cougar 19.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets him around 6 there. Ashton Davis there on the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Here's the handoff. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Takes this one in for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Bigsby. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Stroud now. Complete to his back. Take Bigsby. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
This is Bigsby. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone.
A gain of 41 yards.
One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15.
118. What's that?
Stroud completes it quick. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Oh, right.
Handoff now from the gun. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. And that brings up 3rd down. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Houston coming up. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
White top. On the quick, right?
Shotgun now for Stroud. He's got it. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 1-score game before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Setting up to throw. It's his running back. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard.
This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Oh, right. Let the hot. 18.
Try to throw on 1st down. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Hey, Uno. Here we go. Swap. Another swap. Hey, South.
One final shot before the half. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Now we give left side to Bigsby. He dodged the tackle. On the move, past the 40. There he goes again. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans throw 6 points onto their score. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll take the lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
For Houston.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short.
14 yards.
They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Titans have the first.
A gain of 14. And the Titans first down.
He's going to throw it. Finds a man. The ball is out. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
Out of bounds.
Oh, you know what, Kate? That defense right there, they thought they had a huge play until they saw that ball bouncing out of bounds. One bounce in just the other direction. They're off the field. Instead, they're on the field. They got to shake it off, though, and keep this offense from the end zone.
Look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
1st and 10.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right out and go make a point.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Titans grab the lead on their first series of the half.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
That one right down the middle. And the Titans push their lead to 6.
Texans 21.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Bigsby. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Offense in a hurry up here.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Bigsby. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. He's got it right side. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. He has 9 yards on the play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now it's Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Stroud. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal here from the 7.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Working quickly here. Again, Stroud. And he's got it. It's in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Bigsby will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Oh, eh?
They go to him again. And this is going to end behind the line, Brock. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponents. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting runs like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Texans are in the nickel, 3rd down. Pass play now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Titans have it 1st.
1st down, Tennessee.
Right up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Offense to the line fast. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
The 2nd down pass.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickel back. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
1st down, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Texans.
To Watson. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pass brought in by Watson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's Stroud again. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Titans.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Now along the sideline by Higgins. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and it'll be first down Houston.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I watched.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They run it again with Bigsby. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Looking quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Again, right side. Here's Bigsby. Second down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
He's brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. A very short kick here from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical as nobody wants a 3 and out.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working on 1st down. Jump off caught by his back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the Texans' 38-yard line.
They're going to try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops.
14 yards.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Titans have the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To the house for Tennessee, touchdown! The Titans take a 4th quarter lead.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
All right.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. Nearly starts the drive with the 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
The tackle made.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2 J. We working up the wide receiver. We working.
Give up the gut to Bigsby. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
No gain.
Either they knew play action wasn't coming or they were totally sold out for that one. That was a shot. That's how you hit and make the highlight reel.
Hey, watch him right there. 18. What's that?
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
1st down from 41. Plowing up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. He's dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Titans feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Hand off to the back. And they'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back carries here. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Titans have a 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him.
Ready?
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Another carry for it. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Running it after the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Final timeout called by the Texans. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go. Hey, uno Mars.
From the gun, Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
First down.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
Slow. Hey, uno. Motion.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Titans have it as he reports the first interception of his young career.
They'll take over.
Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.